So right now, what's a large benefit of preparedness? Well, look around right now. Try to go to a grocery store. Try to go to a Walmart. What is there now? Chaos. How do you avoid chaos? You be prepared. These people are freaking out. People are in chaos, going nuts in the grocery store because they didn't have a plan. So they are now scrambling, trying to catch up. You don't have to scramble to catch up. You've got an RV. Hey guys, this is Tony.
And this is Cindy Lynn.
BridgeviewAdventures. We thought it would be a real good time with everything that's going on right now in the nation and the world at that, to talk about being prepared. And not only just being a prepared prepper, but being an RV prepper.
Mm-hmm. My favorite.
So preppers in the past, it's kind of gotten a bad name. People view it as being the wacko guy who lived in a tunnel and hoarded thousands of rounds of ammunition and guns and stuff, but it's not about that. Prepper's about being prepared. And it's situations like this that we're having right now in the nation that where it comes to life of where this is needed. And there's circumstances that we as RV owners or camper owners or even enclosed trailer owners, we have an advantage. So in the past, preppers have been given a bad name, but who's got a bad name now? In the fact that in preparedness, you have what's called a bug out vehicle. It's called a BOV. So, as RV owners, we have a ready-made BOV that covers everything. So we're going to go over some things about BOVs. What I want to go over first is what everyone should have at their homes for every person in the family is a BOB, which is a BOB, which is a bug out bag. You should have one of these for every person in your family. These are meant just for emergency situations. Which
Can I have mine?
Right here. Cindy has one.
I have mine too.
A bug out bag, and it does not have to be a backpack, it's just easier to carry in case you have to go on foot. It can be a duffel bag, it could be Walmart bags, it could be anything. A bug out bag is just really just for you to have the essential materials and items that you're going to need to survive for 72 hours, 3 days. That's it. This is just to get you and get you to where you can get to safety, get to shelter, get to wherever you need to be. And it's not in case of something horrific or catastrophic. Right now is a perfect situation. The nation is shutting down. States are shutting down. Cities are shutting down.
Campgrounds are shutting down.
Campgrounds, yes. We were watching this morning, campgrounds are kicking people out and they don't have reservations. People who's full time, they don't have reservations anywhere. They're having a hard time finding a place to stay. Perfect situations. If it was in our town, if I lived in the cities, if you was in some of the big towns, you got 72 hours to get out. Or you need a bag to last 72 hours. Why would you need 72 hours worth? Have you ever gotten on a highway when something like this is going on? Down in Florida, whenever the hurricanes were coming. How long did you sit on the highway trying to go north?
Forever.
Same situation.
Yeah.
Did you have something to eat? Did you have water? What about if you got stuck on that highway and it gets cold? Perfect example. It's been 65 degrees here every day, and then all of a sudden last night it's in the 30s today.
It's cold today.
Lower 30s going to drop below freezing tonight.
Yeah.
Do you have something to stay warm? Just simple things. They're nothing extravagant. It's just the basic things you'll need to get you by for 72 hours. In case of hurricanes, in case of tornadoes, a tornado wipes everything out, and you've just got to have some shelter. You got 72 hours worth. That'll get time for first aid to get out to your stations, or National Guard to come out and help out for the Red Cross and things of that sort, or to where you can get to another family member's house to survive.
And this is kind of a wake-up call. So everyone realize, oh my gosh, all this is going on in the world right now with the coronavirus, the COVID-19. The supplies are running low. They started off with toilet paper, but now it's moving into all kinds of other things. Yeah. So let this be your wake-up call if you've never considered prepping before, even with your RV. So you need to have a small section in your RV that you may want a bug-out bag. You may want some extra supplies. Get some get some supplies that can get you through things. Just something simple like a Berkey that you can use to filter your water. So there's a lot of things to think about. There's a lot of information online, YouTube, websites that you can go to. You can do some more research, but you need to get thinking in that right direction right now, because you want to keep your family safe. You want to survive in tough times, and the people that are prepping are the ones that are going to be there for the long haul. So just remember that.
Yeah, we're not going to go over what goes inside a bug-out bag. Like I said, it's just 3 days of food and water, simple shelter, some simple tools and whatnot. There's 1,000 videos out there you can watch on bug-out bags. Yes. Believe me, there's preppers galore out there that'll tell you exactly what you need in one of these.
And everyone wants different stuff, so everyone's catered to your own, your own self.
But one of the things we haven't never seen is I've never seen anybody talk about your RVs. So there's the ultimate bug-out vehicle right there. So let's just go over a few things on your camper, what you could do right now, whether you're bugging out or not, but it's called being prepared in case you have to.
Yeah.
If they come onto the news and they say you live in the suburbs or you live in the city, and they come across the news tonight and you're watching the 5 o'clock news and they say as of 9 p.m. tonight we're going to have 100% lockdown. You can either stay in place or you can bug out and head to family members or something of that sort. So let's go over that, because right now actually one thing I did watch last night is that one of the guys I was looking at, he has a bug out shelter away from his residence. Well, guess what? They closed all the roads and they shut him in. So he cannot get to his location, to his proper location. So he's in a quandary now. He waited too long to get out. So let's go over RVs and just some of the small things and how they're beneficial to you, and just some little changes you can do right now just so that you're not making a mass panic at the end. So let's go look at the RV and let's go over a couple things.
One thing I did want to say, I'm going to turn this over to Tony because this is his specialty on prepping. RVs is kind of my specialty, but Tony's getting this one. If you do have an RV, if you're a full-time camper, if you're part-time camper, just remember, things might happen that's going on right now where the campgrounds are being closed and you need a location to go to. So you might consider getting your own land, or getting a home base, or contacting family members that'd be like, hey, if this or this happens, can we come boondock or driveway surf at your place? You need to have a plan in place where you can take your RV, especially if you're full-time, so that you can live in times of hard times and times of disasters and things like that. That's called being prepared. Yeah.
Which is what it's all about. Preparedness is being prepared, having a plan. Having in a book or a binder, hanging inside a closet, so whenever it occurs, when it happens, you can go in there, open it up, flip to the pages. This is our game plan. Stick to it and go.
Right, because when shit does hit the fan, which is halfway there right now, you don't want to be scrambling at the last minute figuring out what you're going to do. So you're going to know where you're going. You're going to have your bug out bags. You're going to have the necessary supplies ready to go while everyone else is scrambling. I hope this video is very informational for you guys. So Tony's going to give you some more information. And we thank so much. At this time, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we really would like for you to subscribe. We have all kinds of information that we bring regarding home base, pole barns, RVs, camping, and now prepper stuff. So please hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave us a comment. Thanks, guys, and happy prepping.
I would have never thought I would ever do a prepping video.
Yeah. He's been doing this for several years, so he's pretty knowledgeable on the subject. So we'll be right back.
Okay, so the basics to start out, things to always remember on prepping is the threes. There's the survival rule of threes. You can live 3 minutes without oxygen. You can live 3 hours without shelter in extreme conditions, extreme hot or extreme cold. You can live 3 days without water. You can live 3 weeks without food. In order, you need oxygen, shelter, water, and then food. So keep those in mind whenever you're in a situation. You don't always have to rush and get, actually we probably should, you can live 3 months without toilet paper. There we go. Okay, so the first item of business, okay, not every one of you have RVs, not all of you have campers. Do you have an enclosed trailer at home? If you got an enclosed trailer, you're fine. Me, I've got a topper on my truck. So, and yes, I have slept in it before. So, I went on a trip and I slept in the back of my camper. So, what's the first thing to do? Well, right now you know something's coming up or something might come up. So, take your bag, throw it in your truck or your vehicle. I'm ready. So now all I gotta do is grab my keys and run. Okay, so a lot of us have our campers. The biggest benefit we have of a bug out vehicle is that these things have storage, lots of storage. So one of the things you can do is whenever when you're prepping at your house, and you're saving canned food, or you've got bags, let's just say you went way out and you've got MREs or whatever, but canned foods are fine, bread, whatnot. On your bug out shelf that you keep all your stuff, keep them in containers, except the containers are what fit inside your vehicle. So right now, I would come to my vehicle, I could go in, I can take out the sporting equipment, and the holiday decorations and the hanging lights and all that. Throw in my food, and now we're ready to go. All right, most of us who have campers, we have these that go on our hitches. Also, along with it, we have our bike racks. So, might something happen? Let's go ahead and put our bike racks on here. Put your bikes on them. You're ready to go. Go ahead and put your racks onto the back of your camper. You can either put your wood on here if you need to take some wood with you. Always an option. You can put your food back here, anything. So just go ahead and get them put on, get them hitched up, and ready to go. Another big item, especially for us RVers, is fuel. Get to the gas station, fill this bad boy up with fuel. If you don't use it, you have gasoline at home. So, it's always a good thing to keep your gasoline topped off. In our case, our generator runs off of our fuel. So it's pertinent that if we need to use our generator, that we're topped off on gasoline. And right now, they are not rationing gasoline like they did back in the 70s, if you all remember that. So we can get to the gas station and fill up. And gas is cheap right now, so we got it with our Kroger discount card for $1.02 the other day. Can you imagine filling this bad boy up for $1.02 a gallon? Whoo! That would have been premium. All right, so one of the things that's a huge benefit of having campers and RVs is this is one giant water storage tank. We have got 50 gallons of fresh water that you can put in this thing. Are you going to use it? Don't know. Right now, I'm on city water, so I really don't need it. Go ahead and fill your water up. Put a little bit of, a half a cup of bleach in with it, or a quarter cup of bleach in with it. It'll stay, and you'll have it if you need it. If you don't need it, drain her out. Doesn't matter. But you have it if you have to emergency hit the road and go online. Like I said, right now we're just on regular, so we're good to go. Another big benefit that RVs have, we have a heater if we want it. You got to watch your fuel consumption, things of that sort with your propane, but you have a heater, and we also have hot water for washing your hands, keeping your hands washed. Also with your water tank, you've got 50 gallons. You got 6 gallons in your hot water heater that you need to have as available water. So you don't always have to use that for hot water. You also use that as storage, water storage. Like I mentioned before with this RV, we have a generator. So we have available power if we needed it. If it was super hot and we had to have air conditioning, we could. If it's going to be a short trip, I wouldn't want to burn up all my fuel if it wasn't a life or death, but because you can always just open the windows and survive. But we have an onboard generator, so that's always a plus. So also whenever if you've run in your generator, or if you found a place also that you can plug in, our RVs, we have plenty of plugs that you can do all your charging, keep your cell phones charged up, keep your radios charged up, anything you need of that sort that you would need, that can do that, especially with RVs and campers. Also, some people have the benefit of having solar panels. Man, solar panels are a definite plus, because then you're not relying on burning fuel and power in order to have some anonymity or to charge things or for basic electrical needs. So and you need something to charge your batteries. So solar charging for your batteries would definitely be a plus. Okay, so real quick, let's go over what we got here. So what are the benefits of having an RV or a camper? You have a mobile water containment system. You got plenty of water to get you by for several days. You've got a mobile cooking system where you can cook food, prep food, and store your food, because you've got your ovens, you've got your stoves, you probably have a portable grill in the back that you carry. Be sure and stock up on your propane tanks and top your main tanks off, which I didn't cover earlier. That's always good. Also, campers give you shelter. Remember the rules, survival rules of 3. The second one is shelter. 3 hours of shelter. This will cover you from cold and extreme heat. These can also be turned into solar powers, mobile systems, which is great. Also, hygiene. Since you have a sink that you can put water in and keep that water in it, and then use your disinfecting soap to wash your hands, clean dishes. Also, hygiene as far as you have a bathroom, so you can use the toilet. You're not looking for a place to go to the toilet if you're on the road and stuck on the highway and nature calls. You got somewhere you can go. Or if you have to shelter in place at a rest stop that they've closed the rest stop, but at least you're parking there, at least you got a place to go. So then power, we've got batteries, which you can start the RV or the generator, charge your batteries, which will then you can use to charge systems, cell phones for communications, walkie-talkies to communicate in between cars, or if you've got your little train of RVs going down the road, everybody can keep talking to each other on those. So those are some of the benefits just in a thing. Also, communications. You got a TV. You can always keep up on the news. You can watch up on the news to keep up communications. You got radios, so you can be listening to radio stations to get your reports or whatever. And hopefully you have an emergency weather radio to get your emergency weather alerts, and also NOAA forecasts and other emergency broadcasts. Okay, so beyond your vehicle, what do camping people, full-timers, part-timers, campers and all that, what do we have that makes us one step above the general public? We're all accustomed to going mobile. We're used to pulling vehicles. We're used to leaving. We're used to the change. We're accustomed to conservation of water. We always watch how much water we use so that we don't run out. We know how to conserve energy with our batteries, what not to waste, and things of that sort. So, and we know how to conserve tanks as far as black and gray. Emergency dumping, yes, but we know how to conserve them things. That's where we have a benefit. The biggest item is just that right now, in what we are trying to instill upon people, that would be a plus during these questionable times that we're having right now, and this situation, which there can be many more down in the future with weather and things of that sort, is if you have a vehicle, get it ready, prepare it. Get your food in it, go ahead and fill the tanks up with water, get your tanks full, get your vehicle ready for any impending thing that if, in the worst case scenario, God forbid, we would have to leave, you're ready to go. You're going to be the first one on the road and get past the traffic before everyone else does. That's all chaotic and they're all going batshit crazy on the roads, and you're stuck in traffic. So be prepared, be ready to roll. We've got the upper hand over everyone else or whatever. We should take advantage of that and use it. So we'll catch y'all out there. Hopefully you'll never have to use this. If you don't, everything's in it ready to go. And then when all this clears up, we all meet at the campground and we have a cookout. So hey, you're not going to lose anything. It's just all about being prepared, being ready, and using it all to our advantage because we have it. So we'll catch y'all out there. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Just some bonus footage for you for prepping. This is not what we ran out and emergency bought. This is what we keep all the time. We keep it in a rotation. We buy stuff we eat. That way we come out and we use it. When we go to the store, you know, if we ain't got enough money that week, we don't buy much. You know, if we do, we buy some canned goods and we buy 1 or 2 extra. So, and soup is your best friend. Soup and rice, add some rice to it, that'll go a long way. And this, I take it to work. Save money, I don't have to buy lunch every day. Horribly expensive. So, soup is your friend, cans are your friend, so you can always keep it in your rotation, so you always have food for an emergency situation, and that way you don't have to go to the local grocery store and fight the nutcases that's going down the aisles, all hoarding toilet paper. Toilet paper? Well, I have toilet paper. And it's not toilet paper I ran out and emergency bought. I already had it. It's called being prepared. Here's a little tip trick for you. Milk jugs. Right now, with what's going on in the world, you should not be throwing away any milk jugs. When you finish a gallon of milk, you should wash it out, fill it back up with water, and put it in your garage. Put it in your basement. Put it outside. Doesn't matter. If you think it's going to be there a long time, put 8 drops of straight up bleach in it, and it'll preserve for a long time. Keep it out of the sunlight. It'll go bad if it gets in the sunlight. But if you stick it in the garage or basement, you're fine. Water is a must-do. 1 gallon of water per person per day in an emergency situation. That is the rule of thumb for prepping. So you could go through a lot of water real quick. So save your milk jugs. Don't cost you nothing, and it's free. Also, like I said, you'll want bleach, but you'll want the non-colored bleach, non-scented, non-everything. Get the dollar store stuff. Just straight up bleach. Disinfects your house, which came in handy right now with the virus. Also, you can disinfect you can sterilize your water and make it drinkable, and it'll last longer. Vinegar is also an item that you can keep in the house. Same thing. You can clean things with it. You can also preserve things. So if you go to the grocery store and the only thing in there is you know vegetables or whatnot, bring them home and pickle them. It'll last. So tip for the day. Every good prepper knows you need a medical bag. So inside this medical bag, I've gone to the dollar store and I bought just a bunch of, buy some aspirins, buy some antibiotic gel, some of the ointment gel for cuts and wounds and whatnot. Tons of Band-Aids out, I mean, they're $1. Come on, it's not that hard. You can also get hydrogen peroxide and alcohol in the bottles for $1 at the dollar store. They have tons of stuff there. Toothbrushes that already have the toothpaste on them. All you do is take them out of the packet, you brush your teeth, boom, you're done. Soap. Need a lot of soap. But hygiene will be an issue, and warding off sickness will be an issue if something ever happens. So have yourself a hefty emergency first aid kit at your house. Hopefully you never have to use it. But if you do, you're prepared. Something that people don't think about as far as being prepared is your day-to-day vehicle. This is usually what your bug-out vehicle would be. Keep a supply in your vehicle, especially during winter, because if you get stuck in the cold, it's very bad. Our children, even whenever our kids were living at home, I had supplies in the back of their cars in the trunks, which I would have a blanket. I had some old core hearts that I had to put in there, so my son could put those on for staying warm, and just some candy bars or some bars that they could keep in there just for emergency purchases. So now is a time where you need to be checking. Do you have an emergency 3-day bag in your vehicle? If you don't, grab your bug out bag right now, throw it in the back, and you've got it for if anything comes around right now with this situation. I almost forgot. Above everything, when you're out panic buying at the store, crying because there's no toilet paper in the toilet paper aisle, hop over to the pet food section and buy your pet another bag of food. Obviously we have a cat, So we grabbed another bag of cat food. Why? Well, she's going to eat it anyway after we finish the one that we normally have. She'll go right into this one. We won't have to buy it then. So it's a usable item. Now, prepping wise, we keep canned food in the prepper stash. And that's just in case. The expiration dates on these are in the can, because they're pasteurized out, is a lot higher. These are like 8 months. These last 8 months longer than the bag food. Any of the bagged food doesn't last nearly as long. Dog and cat food has raw eggs in it and things like that, so it will sour quicker than something like this. So this can is due past Thanksgiving of 2021. So this has got another year and a half, year to 8 months left on it. So and it's you don't have to let it go to waste. Put it in your prepper stash, and then on your pet's birthday every year or on Thanksgiving every year, just make the mental note. Say, hey, on Thanksgiving or on their birthday, break out the canned food and feed them a special treat for their birthday or for Thanksgiving. So little tip, don't forget your pets. Have a good day. And then food. So keep those in mind whenever you're in a situation. You don't always have to rush and get. Actually, we probably should. You can live 3 months without toilet paper. There we go.
One more thing. How long can you live without sex? Maybe that one will go in the bloopers.
I think you need to edit that.
Oh my god, bloopers. Okay.
Right. Anyway, so that's fine on that one. So
yeah.